Have you ever wondered why eggs are so expensive? Did you know that eggs are considered one of the most nutritious foods in the world? They are rich in proteins, vitamins, help build muscles, protect the eyes, and even support brain function. But is there an ideal type of egg to consume? I'm Carol, your host here on the No More Yo-Yo channel. Today, we will find out if it's really worth investing in free-range, organic, and those super expensive eggs we find in the market. Do these eggs truly offer more health benefits, or is it all just marketing? Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like so we can keep bringing you content like this. Information like this, presented in the way you'll see, is hard to find elsewhere. I'll be here weekly with you, helping you get in shape, reach your ideal weight, lose weight for good, and maintain good health. Always straightforward and without any nonsense. Let's analyze together. Red eggs, free-range, light, organic. They can cost up to 3 times more than regular eggs. But what justifies this price difference? Are the nutritional benefits of these eggs really that much superior? And what about the way the chickens are treated? All of this impacts our choice. Now think with me. Does paying more for an egg really make that much difference? By the end of this video, you'll have all the information you need to decide if it's worth investing in more expensive eggs or if the good old cheaper egg is sufficient for your health. Find out with me if these eggs are really worth their weight in gold or if we are falling into a marketing trap. Ready to uncover this mystery? Then keep watching and let's discover the truth about expensive eggs. Uncovering the different categories of eggs and what each type of chicken farming means. And, in the end, my opinion. Whether it's worth investing in premium eggs, and you'll be able to decide for yourself too. First, let's bust a myth. The color of the eggshell doesn't influence the nutrients at all. Many people think that brown eggs are more nutritious than white ones. In reality, this color difference is just because of the breed of the chicken. And the color of the yolk? It also doesn't change anything in terms of nutritional benefits. The yolk can be more yellow or more orange depending on the chicken's diet, but this has no impact on the nutrients it offers. A bit about the categories of chicken farming. We have quite a few distinct ones. Let's start with the classic. The one that appears most often in shocking documentaries, chickens raised in industrial processes. Chickens in industrial cages are those impactful scenes with chickens trapped in cages, stacked on top of each other, in highly automated barns with no access to the outside environment. These chickens are fed genetically modified grains, such as soy and corn. Additionally, they are frequently treated with performance enhancers, which are basically antibiotics, to increase egg production. Naturally, this raises many questions about the quality and ethics behind this production. Now, the million-dollar question, is it worth paying more for eggs from chickens raised with better practices? Well, the price difference can be significant, but does the nutritional difference justify it? Let's consider a few points. The quality of life of the chickens is a crucial factor. Free-range or organic chickens have a much better life. They can scratch the ground, bask in the sun, and have a more varied diet, free from GMOs and antibiotics. This is better for them and can influence the quality of the egg in ways that go beyond basic nutrients such as taste and texture. The environmental impact of industrial egg production is also significant. The use of genetically modified grains, the amount of waste generated, and the treatment of the chickens are factors to consider. Organic and free-range eggs generally have a smaller environmental footprint. Personally, I prefer to invest in quality eggs. The difference may not be huge in terms of nutrients, but knowing that I am consuming something produced more ethically and sustainably is worth the extra investment. Besides, the taste is noticeably better. If you can, it's worth trying and deciding for yourself. After all, eating well and consciously is a powerful choice. So, what's your choice going to be? Let me know in the comments. When we talk about egg production, we have 4 categories and alternative systems: cage-free eggs, free-range eggs, antibiotic-free eggs, and organic eggs. The benefit here, in addition to quality, is reflected in the welfare of the birds, which are all raised free from cages, meaning they are free to roam the barn floor. Within these categories, housing densities vary. Cage-free chickens have a less comfortable density compared to antibiotic-free and free-range chickens, and in the case of organic eggs, even more comfortable. This may seem insignificant, but it makes a big difference to the chickens. Besides the indoor space, free-range and organic chickens have something even better: access to an outdoor area where they can roam freely, known as a paddock. This means they can scratch the ground, bask in the sun, and behave more naturally. These poultry farming practices improve the lives of the chickens and result in better quality eggs. After all, a happier and healthier chicken will produce better eggs. And of course, knowing that the eggs you are consuming come from a more ethical and sustainable system makes a big difference. When you see an organic or free-range egg at the market, you'll know what's behind that label. It's not just a matter of price, but understanding the animal welfare and the quality of the food you're bringing home. So, is it worth paying more for that? Farmers say that all categories of farming prohibit the use of antibiotic-based performance enhancers in the feed, except for cage-free eggs. These are not the same as free-range or organic eggs. It's important to highlight. So, what are these cage-free chickens? Let's say it's a step above caged chickens. The only difference, basically, is that these chickens are literally cage-free. They roam on the barn floor. But don't be fooled into thinking it's a revolution in animal welfare. These cage-free chickens are still confined in an enclosed environment, just without the restrictions of an individual cage. They have a bit more freedom to move, but it's far from the life a free-range or organic chicken would have. Additionally, there need to be nests and perches inside for proper animal management. Eggs must be collected at least twice a day, usually manually or by automation. Furthermore, the use of antibiotics as performance enhancers is still allowed. This means that, despite having more space, these chickens can still be subjected to practices that many consider questionable in terms of health and welfare. The chickens must have at least 6 hours of darkness to rest. So yes, it's a step up from traditional caged chickens, but it still falls short of the ideal many consumers expect when they think of higher quality eggs. Therefore, when you see cage-free eggs at the market, now you know that while it's an improvement over traditional caged chickens, many common industrial poultry practices are still present. They're not as free as the labels might suggest. Understanding these nuances is important to make more informed choices aligned with your values. Is this step up worth it? For some, it might be enough. For others, the pursuit of a more ethical and sustainable product will lead to free-range or organic eggs. And you, what choice will you make next time you're at the market? In a higher category, we have antibiotic-free eggs. Here, the chickens are loose in the barn, not in cages, but do not have external access to the paddock, as it is called. They are required to have a plant-based diet and are free from these performance enhancers. This means they cannot use any antibiotics, chemotherapeutics, or anticoccidials throughout their lives. This is the true differentiator of this category. Finally, we reach free-range eggs. One important thing to keep in mind here is that it's not the chicken that is free-range, it's the egg. Depending on the breed of the chicken, the free-range egg can be white or brown. To be considered free-range, it must meet specific standards. The chicken must be free within the barn and have access to an adequate paddock. These chickens also cannot use performance enhancers. The farmers also say that the production method is rustic and artisanal, without the use of prophylactic antibiotics, the so-called performance enhancers. Sounds great, right? But honestly, it's hard to believe that it's truly so rustic and artisanal. The prerequisites are better than those of other categories, but they still leave some room for doubt. Yes, I believe that many producers follow these standards rigorously and produce truly rustic and artisanal free-range eggs. However, there is always the possibility that some may try to take advantage of the positive image these eggs have. Let's be realistic. Any system that promises to be more ethical and sustainable can be a target for opportunists. That's why it's so important to research and, if possible, know the origin of the products you buy. Knowing that there are producers committed to quality and animal welfare is reassuring, but maintaining a critical and well-informed perspective is always the best strategy. When at the market, consider antibiotic-free eggs as a healthier and more conscious option, but always be cautious to ensure you're really getting what's promised. And when considering free-range eggs, remember that there are serious and dedicated producers, but also those who may not be as strict. In the end, the choice is yours, and with the right information, you can decide what's best for you and your family. What makes organic eggs different to be considered a superior category? These eggs receive certification when the chickens have a 100% organic diet, meaning no pesticides or chemical fertilizers, and when there is no use of antibiotics, medicines, or feed to promote animal growth. But this doesn't mean they are more nutritious. A study published in the scientific journal Nutrition showed that free-range chickens get more sunlight and therefore their eggs are richer in vitamin D. In this case, the eggs are known as free-range. These tend to be more expensive. Ideally, opt for products from companies that care about the welfare of the birds, which is usually specified on the packaging. In this case, besides all the management practices and prerequisites already present in the previous categories, the chickens also have access to a paddock. In the organic system, as we've mentioned, the chickens have more space per bird in the paddock than chickens in the free-range system. Therefore, the difference is that in the organic system, the chickens have more space and do not receive genetically modified feed. The use of medications is also a concern. Chickens are free of antibiotics except for disease treatment and cannot use performance enhancers. In the organic system, if a chicken gets sick, it must be treated with medications included in a list of substances authorized by specific legislation for organic foods. The use of artificial chemosynthetic products is only allowed if the listed products are not effective and the animal is suffering or at risk of death, under special conditions established by organic regulations. Thus, organic eggs promise even greater care with the feeding and treatment of chickens, as well as more ethical and sustainable management. So, when you choose organic eggs, you're opting for a product that goes beyond the basics, investing in a production system that aims to be more sustainable and ethical. Even if the nutrition isn't significantly different, the environmental impact and animal welfare are important considerations. Is it worth paying more for this superior category? For many, the answer is yes. And for you, what makes sense when choosing eggs? Now, what is the difference between eggs produced by chickens from these different categories? After all, it's the product we're going to eat. One of the most visible differences is the color of the yolk. A paler yolk usually indicates a diet based on corn and soy feed, without sunlight exposure. As the chicken has more access to other foods, plants, and sunlight, you start to see a deeper color concentration, resulting in a more intense yellow-orange yolk. This is quite evident when cooking, as the yolk color difference stands out. But beyond the color, what are the nutritional differences in these eggs? Is it worth it? Well, studies indicate that chickens raised outdoors with a varied diet tend to produce eggs with higher vitamin D levels due to sun exposure. Additionally, these chickens can have a richer and more diverse diet, potentially resulting in eggs with a slightly superior nutritional composition, including higher levels of omega-3, fatty acids, and antioxidants. For example, organic eggs have the advantage of not containing pesticide or chemical fertilizer residues, which is a plus for those seeking a cleaner and healthier diet. However, in terms of macronutrients like proteins and fats, the difference isn't very significant, therefore. When you're choosing between eggs from different categories, you're choosing more than just the nutrients. You're opting for a product that reflects more ethical and sustainable farming practices, with a potentially positive impact on the environment and the health of the chickens. And for many, that makes the extra investment worthwhile. Next time you shop, think beyond the price and consider what's behind that egg. It's worth investing a bit more in quality and ethics. The decision is yours, and I hope this information helps you make the right choice for you and your family. A good study conducted by the University of Pennsylvania back in 2010 tested the difference in nutrients between chickens raised in a barn without sunlight exposure and chickens raised with ample outdoor access. They wanted to determine if there was a difference, because excessive consumption of omega-6 polyunsaturated fats and linoleic acid has been a major health concern, promoting weight gain and body oxidation. An egg from a free-range chicken tends to have a better ratio of omega-6 to omega-3, meaning more omega-3 and less omega-6, providing a better balance between these two fats. Eggs from chickens that could forage freely had 2.6 times less linoleic acid, a problematic omega-6 than other eggs, and 20 times more linoleic acid and omega-3. Less linoleic omega-6, which is terrible for your health, and more omega-3, balancing the scale. This study also showed that the amount of vitamin D3 in the yolk was 3 to 4 times higher in chickens exposed to sunlight compared to those not exposed. Quite a significant difference, right? Is it worth it? You tell me. In terms of protein in the egg, the difference is minimal and practically insignificant. Investing in free-range or organic eggs is not just a matter of taste or ethics, but also health, offering a product with a more balanced and beneficial nutritional profile. So, will you opt for the healthier and more sustainable eggs on your next purchase? With this information, I hope your choice becomes clearer and you feel more confident in deciding what to put in your cart. The market also offers versions enriched with omega-3, also known as PUFAs, which help control bad cholesterol levels, LDL, protecting the heart. These eggs are enriched with omega-3 through the chicken's diet, which includes sources rich in this fatty acid. There are also eggs enriched with selenium, which strengthens the nervous system, vitamin E, which fights free radicals, and DHA and choline, which support brain development. These substances are added to the chicken's diet to improve the egg's nutritional profile. And then there are light eggs with reduced cholesterol levels achieved through changes in the bird's diet. This is done by adjusting the feed composition so that the eggs produced have a lower cholesterol content. All these products are priced higher, and their benefits, despite studies, are still not unanimous among experts. Therefore, no one should feel guilty about buying regular eggs. The choice between these enriched eggs and regular eggs should be based on your personal needs and preferences. If you have specific concerns about cholesterol levels or want to increase your intake of certain nutrients, enriched eggs may be a good option. However, regular eggs are still an excellent source of protein and other essential nutrients. Whatever your choice, the important thing is that you feel good about it and know that you are doing the best for your health and well-being. I promised, and I will keep my promise, to share my opinion. Keep in mind that this is a personal opinion and may not necessarily match yours. Here we go. When considering pasture-raised, free-range, or organic eggs, where the chickens have access to the paddock and sunlight, is the difference worth it? Here's my answer. If you have the money to invest in them, I personally think it's worth it. If you can afford to buy higher quality eggs, you are supporting that industry, that farmer who respects the rules and does their job in the best possible way. You are encouraging more ethical and sustainable practices, promoting animal welfare, and, in turn, obtaining a product with superior nutritional benefits such as a better omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, more vitamin D, and carotenoids. So, if your budget allows, investing in free-range or organic eggs is a choice that goes beyond the price. It's a decision that supports a more conscious production system aligned with health and sustainability principles. But of course, this is just my opinion. Everyone should make their choices based on their possibilities and priorities. And if you opt for regular eggs, don't feel guilty. The important thing is to be informed and make the best possible choice within your circumstances. What do you think? Is it worth investing in higher quality eggs? And what if everyone focused on eating better instead of eating less? What if they sought to lose weight naturally by addressing the root cause of weight gain and metabolically unlocking fat burning to reach their ideal weight? With that in mind, I have a special moment reserved for you. I'm going to share something that I don't usually share with just anyone. Only those who are truly determined to face a challenge like I do. Someone who is in the eternal battle with the scale and knows the yo-yo effect. Well, deserve this revelation. I know how challenging it is to find effective and healthy solutions for weight loss. I found Live Pure, the supplement I always wished for that is redefining my fight against weight. It's everything I wanted. Natural ingredients and a unique formula for liver purification. Live Pure has been an incredible ally in accelerating fat burning while respecting my body and health. I have no doubt that you will feel amazing, both inside and out, giving a new boost to your weight loss journey. Think that's it? Let me tell you about another exceptional advantage. You can try Live Pure risk-free. If it doesn't meet your expectations, you have a 100% money-back guarantee for 60 days. How about that? Do you like it? Click the link in the first pinned comment and start your transformation today for a healthier and more elegant body. Achieving that figure we've always desired is truly a personal satisfaction, especially knowing that Live Pure keeps you chike and helps take care of you. If you liked this video, you'll love watching the video Why Exercise, where we explore more valuable tips for maintaining a healthy lifestyle and reaching your weight loss goals. Don't miss it. I hope this video has been informative for you and helped you make better decisions. Tell me in the comments what kind of eggs you consume daily. Share your story with me, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to receive all the updates. Let's embark on this transformation together towards a healthier and happier life. A big hug and see you next time.